In this installment, we're going to be going over the MLB bet slate for Friday, July 26th. Let's get into it. Hey, yo! Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our July 26th Friday MLB bet slate we got going on. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetShetsD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91. And don't forget about that Patreon. Right now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 7.27 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 10K, and we are well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. So guys that are already subscribed, continue to like and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm so we can grow to a broader audience. All right. And speaking about that Patreon, for the Thursday slate, we are on fire as of right now. We had two community parlays. One was the Padres and the Rays. The Rays are still going right now. That score is currently, was it 8-0, 10-0 in the top of the 7. So we're gonna wait and we're not gonna wait and see. They should win that game. Most likely they should win that game 10-0. So that's one community parlay that came through. Padres already won. Dylan Cease had a no-hitter in that one. And then the second parlay was a nice little double up. Orioles, Rangers, that came through straight on the money line. There's no need to get cute. That's what I gave out, those two bets. And also we had our main, this is a view of them right here, of the cash tickets. And then my main play was obviously the Padres. I had them by himself. That was my favorite play to start off the day. That cash as well. So if you want to sign up for the winning plays, remember that Patreon link is provided down below. You get access to daily bets, future bets, and that community group chat as well. They're going off 24/7 in there. I'm so excited to announce I have partnered with BetStamp and Sign Up Expert to provide you guys with an easier way to sign up with any sportsbook in your area. If you go to the link in the description down below, you will be directed to this page you see here. It automatically displays all available sportsbooks in your area plus their current promotions. For example, you could take the plays given in this video and apply it to any other sportsbooks you don't currently have and reap the rewards. First up on the slate here, we have the Cleveland Guardians going up against the Philadelphia Phillies in Citizens Bank Park here. Phillies are 64-38. Guardians are 61-41. Looking at the current odds right now, we have the Philadelphia Phillies minus 175 on that money line, with the comeback of the Guardians at a plus 145. Total set at 8.5. All right. For the pitching matchup here, we have Ben Lively, who's been pretty good, one of the top pitchers here for the Guardians in the rotations, 8-6 with a 3.57 ERA, a 1.19 WHIP, going up against Christopher Sanchez. He's been so good this year. They already gave him an extension in the first half of the season. He's 7-5 with a 2.97 ERA, a 1.24 WHIP. All right, so looking at this matchup here, Phillies did have a little bit of a struggle against the Miami Marlins. That's an in-division matchup. That's fine there. They're coming back home in here, and Sanchez is absolutely elite at home, a 1.50 ERA at home. He's getting up a very low average and whip to both lefties and righties. So across the board here, this is where he stands out at home. That's where you want to utilize Christopher Sanchez, is at Citizens Bank Park here. Ben Lively, he has home road splits as well. He's very good in Cleveland, but it's a different story on the road, all right? On the road, his ERA is at a 4.27 ERA, and the issue here on the road is he's giving up a lot of home runs on the road to both lefties and righties. To lefties, a 1.67 home run per 9. Against righties, a 1.75 home run per 9. So if we're looking at a home run parlay, definitely look at this game here, right? Pay attention, take advantage of these lefties and righty splits within the power department, and you can find some gems here. and definitely create a little parlay or a one-off in this particular game. But give me the Philadelphia Phillies on the money line, minus 175, and I like the over 8.5. Phillies coming back home getting some home cooking. Next up in Comerica Park here, we have the Detroit Tigers, 51 and 53. Going up against the Minnesota Twins here, 56 and 45. Twins are road favorites, minus 165 on that money line, with the comeback of the Detroit Tigers at a plus 140. Total runs set at 7.5 here. Pitching matchup, Pablo Lopez, 8 and 7 with a 4.86 ERA, 1.15 whip, going against Kiter Montero, 1 and 3 with a 5.97 ERA and a 1.39 whip. All right, we're going to kick things off with Kiter here. He's been an absolute gas can. It doesn't matter home or road. He's given up an above 5 ERA on the season right now. And in the last 2 games, he's given up 10 earned runs. 5 in both of those games. 5 in the previous matchup, and the one before that, 5 earned runs again. So he's been absolutely hammered. And then Pablo Lopez did have some struggles here in the beginning of the first half of the season. That's why his ERA is almost at 5. But he's been pitching very strong as of late. He turned it around before the All-Star break as well. And we already know the upside of Pablo Lopez. This is a guy that can have very, very high strikeout numbers. We remember him from the Marlins. He is not this bad. So I expect him to turn it around in the second half of the season here. And he's already been pitching very, very good. So I'm going to be going with the Pablo Lopez side of things here, going way against Kiter Montero and the Tigers, who can't get any runs anyway. This is a team that struggles to score. Give me the Twins on the money line, minus 165. Give me the over 7.5 runs here. I think the Twins go nuclear on Kiter Montero. So those are going to be the plays for this matchup. Next game up in Rogers Center here, we have the Toronto Blue Jays, 46 and 55, going up against the Texas Rangers, 51 and 52. Current odds right now, we have the Toronto Blue Jays slight home favorites at minus 130 with the comeback of the Rangers at a plus 110. Total set at 8.5. Pitching matchup, Andrew Heaney here, 4 and 10 with a 3.60 ERA, a 1.24 whip. UC Kikuchi, 4 and 9 with a 4.54 ERA and a 1.31 whip. This is a lefty versus lefty matchup here. Kikuchi has been pretty decent this season. He's given up a very low average and whip to both lefties and righties. His issue here is going to be lefty power. Okay, watch out for the lefty power bats here on that Rangers team here. He's given up a 2.79 home run per 9. So that's the issue there. Andrew Heaney, if it's a lefty versus lefty matchup, that's absolutely bad for him. He's given up bad numbers across the board there. And for righties, he's given up a big 1.60 home run per 9 as well. And the Blue Jays have hit him already in 38 at bat so far this year. He's given up a 316 batting average and 3 home runs. So that's the entire career that he's faced these current Blue Jays. All right, so this is a spot here. I think home runs are going to be galore in this particular environment here. I love the over. Give me the over 8.5 in this one between Heaney and Kikuchi. If I had to choose a winner here, I think the Toronto Blue Jays are going to bounce back. They're getting foot stomped right now by the Rays, but I expect them to bounce back in this game here where they can get some home runs going. Vlad's been hot as of late as well. So Blue Jays money line over on the 8.5. The Yankees go from rivalry to rivalry. Subway Series yesterday. Now they're going up against their main rival, Boston Red Sox, here in Fenway Park. Red Sox 54 and 47. Yankees are 60 and 44 here. Right now, Yankees are road favorites, slightly minus 120 on the money line, with the Boston Red Sox coming back at an even number. Total set at 9.5. All right. So this total is pretty set properly here. We're looking at this pitching matchup. Nestor Cortez, 4 and 9 with 3.99 ERA, a 1.16 whip. Going up against Brian Bello here, 10 and 5 with a 5.27 ERA and a 1.44 whip. All right. So for this particular matchup here, both of these guys struggle. All right. Brian Bellows struggles at home. His ERA is at a 6.20 at home. So he's absolutely horrible. His main issue is against lefties. He's giving up a 1.85 home run per nine. So power against lefties is his issue, and hits against righties. His whip against right-handed bats are 1.90, so almost at a 2 per inning. So that's absolutely horrible there. Nestor Cortez, he has big home road splits. He's phenomenal in Yankee Stadium. You get him outside of Yankee Stadium, it's a big problem. A 6.04 home run per nine. He's giving up against righties a 2.18 home run per nine, 308 batting average, a 1.57 whip, and the xFIP is almost at 5 at 4.83, and that's all against righties there because he is a lefty pitcher. So this spot here, love the over, attacking the over yet again. Blue Jays like the over, Boston Red Sox, the Yankees like the over 9.5. If I had to choose a winner, here, I think the Yankees offense is a little bit due here, coming off that struggle against the Mets. Give me the Yankees on the money line on the road in this spot here, but the top play is over 9.5. Next up here, we have AL versus NL matchup here. Kansas City Royals at home, 56-47, going up against the Chicago Cubs, 49-55. Current odds for this one here, we have Royals home favorites -150 with the comeback of the Chicago Cubs at a +125. Total set at 8.5. Pitching matchup here, Kyle Hendricks has been absolutely a gas can, 2-8 with a 6.69 ERA, a 1.49 whip. Brady Singer has been really solid, 6-6 with a 3 ERA and a 1.22 whip. Singer is absolutely elite at home with a 2.43 ERA, giving up a very low average and whip to both lefties and righties. Not much of a spot where I can really pick on him. He's been very consistent at home. Kyle Hendricks used to be a guy you can rely upon at home in Chicago, but now he's just been absolutely horrible this year. Bad on the road and at home. And in the last 3 out of his last 5 starts, he is barely making it to 5 innings pitch. All right. One game he made it to 5 innings pitch. The other 2 were 2 and 3.1. So it's been absolutely putrid here for Kyle Hendricks here. I think the Royals take advantage of him in this spot. I don't see them scoring over 8.5. So I like the under in the total here, under 8.5. But I'm going to be rolling with the home team here in the Kansas City Royals, getting to Kyle Hendricks pretty early in this one. Next up, we have the Milwaukee Brewers, 59-43, going up against the Miami Marlins, 37-66. Current odds for this matchup, pretty one-sided. Brewers are -235 on the money line with a comeback of Miami at a +195. Total set at 7.5. Pitching matchup here, Trevor Rogers, a lefty, 1-9 with a 4.59 ERA, a 1.55 whip. Going up against the ace here for the Milwaukee Brewers, Freddie Peralta, 6-5 with a 3.88 ERA and a 1.17 whip. He's been phenomenal so far this year. Freddie Peralta, 30% K rate to both lefties and righties. His issue is going to be lefty power. Going up against some of these Marlins bats, he's going to see around 4 lefties. In this batting order, a 1.40 home run per 9 and a batting average at 275 as well. So this is a spot where the over could be definitely in play. I think that total is a little bit high. Trevor Rogers, absolute gas can. His main issue is against righties. He's giving up a 1.49 home run per 9, a whip at 1.51, and the xFIP is almost a 6 at a 5.08. So we're going to be taking advantage of Trevor Rogers here. I like Milwaukee on the money line. I like Milwaukee -1.5. And if I'm taking the over and under, I'm going to lean towards the over 7.5 runs as well. Marlins could get to Peralta just a little bit, but that strikeout rate is what's going to be saving him in the back end, getting out of situations or certain spots here for Freddie Peralta. That K rate is something to lean upon. Trevor Rogers, on the other hand, has been bad and has a low K rate as well. Brewers money line, Brewers -1.5, over 7.5 on the total. in Busch Stadium here. St. Louis Cardinals 53-49 going against the Washington Nationals 47-56. Current odds right now, St. Louis Cardinals are home favorites -165 on our money line with the comeback of the Nationals at a +140. Total set at 7.5. This one here is going to be a pitching duel. Mackenzie Gore is 6-8 with a 4.20 ERA, a 1.46 WHIP. Going up against Sonny Gray, 10-6 with a 3.54 ERA and a 1.06 WHIP. Sonny Gray is elite at home with a 2.14 home ERA. Nats did hit him in the start a few weeks ago, but that was a game where Sonny Gray was on the road. All right, like I said, he has home road splits. All right, in that game on the road against the Nationals, it was 5 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, and 6 strikeouts. So he did get some strikeouts done, but maybe those strikes that were coming down the pipe turned into they were a little bit too fat. All right, so Sonny Gray here struggled against the Nationals in that previous start, but like I said, on the road. Mackenzie Gore on the other side has been strong on the road for the majority of the first half of the season, giving up a low WHIP and average if you're looking at the numbers. But his last 5 starts, he has struggled mightily. All right, in the last 5 starts, 18 earned runs in 20 innings pitched. That is not a good recipe right there for success. So for this one, I'm expecting Sonny Gray to bounce back, especially in an environment that he's comfortable at home. So give me the Cardinals on the money line. And I'm going to be going towards the under 7.5 here. I do think they get to Mackenzie Gore. I don't think they totally smash it here out the park. This is more of a 3-1 type of game here. Sonny Gray pitching deep into the start. 7, hopefully maybe even 8 here. I like the Cardinals on the money line under 7.5. Last but not least here, we have the San Francisco Giants 49-54 going up against the Colorado Rockies 38-65. Current odds right now, Giants are home favorites -180 with the comeback of the Rockies at a +150. Total runs at 7.5. For the pitching matchup, Kyle Freeland 2-3 with a 5.63 ERA, a 1.54 WHIP, going up against Kyle Harrison here, a lefty. So lefty versus lefty here. He's 5-4 with a 3.86 ERA and a 1.34 WHIP. All right, Kyle Harrison, strong at home, well, decent at home with a 3.80 home ERA. His issue is against lefties here. He's given up a 1.93 home run per 9 against lefties, and he's given up hits here just a little bit. The WHIP against righties is a 1.32, and the batting average is at a 273. So some cause of concern there on his side. Kyle Freeland, he's been it doesn't make sense. So he pitches well in Coors Field, shockingly, like a 1 ERA. On the road, he takes a bad ERA to the next level. So a 9.38 road ERA. So you get him outside of Coors, he can't handle anyone, all right? Versus righties, he's given up a 2.05 home run per 9, a 384 batting average, a 2.09 WHIP, a BABIP at above 400 at 429, and an xFIP is at 4.56. So this environment here, I'm going to be taking advantage of the Giants getting towards Kyle Freeland on the road. Give me the Giants on the money line. I'm going to be leaning towards the under, mainly because how bad the Rockies are outside of Colorado. They struggle to put up runs, all right? When you get Colorado at home, perfectly fine. Obviously, that's a perfect environment for them to get hits. When you get them on the road, these pitchers are at a benefit here. Kyle Harrison is in a great spot here going against the Rockies on the road. So so Giants on the money line and the under of the 7.5 for this one here. That's going to be our breakdown for the Friday games on the MLB slate. Guys, before I tell you guys to like, comment, and subscribe, definitely look in that description box down below. We've stepped it up to the next level here with BetStamp. I'm going to be providing a link for you guys to have more free picks. So there's going to be an article down low with the link there connecting you over to BetStamp's website here. So you guys can get more free picks on Tuesdays. They're going to have home run articles as well. So make sure you go to that description box down below. You sign up for that Patreon link. and you click that bet stamp link, because that is more free bets there, more free MLB picks for you to look at. All right, so definitely make sure you look down below. You like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with another video very soon. All right, peace out.